Hey guys, it's Bubbly back again with another speed build, and today, you guys, I have finally got seasons. Yay! I'm pretty sure so many of you have it too. I am super excited about this pack. It is my all-time favorite expansion for the Sims franchise. So I am so excited. Now I started this build earlier in the week prior to getting seasons. And once I got seasons, I decided to incorporate it into the build. So you will see some changes happening towards the middle to the end of the video where I kind of switched some things around. I did start to build it was kind of like a greenhouse. It was kind of not, I was going for a more indoor outdoor type of feel, not necessarily a greenhouse, but kind of a fenced in garden area that was on a foundation. But once seasons came out and the patch and we got the glass roofs, like, oh my goodness, the glass roofs, they just have been life-changing. So I tore that original structure down and I rebuilt a greenhouse, and I absolutely love how it turned out. So this house is a small cottage type home. I built it in Brindleton Bay, and the lot that I built it on, I really love this lot a lot. I think it's a cute lot. It's the one that's close to that underpass by the bridge. It's so cute over there. So it was built in Brindleton Bay. I'm calling this the Autumn Cottage, and that lot is called the Dash Hounds Creek lot. It's a 30 by 20 lot, and this cottage is only a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and it cost 67,422 simoleons. So it's a bit pricey for a 1-bedroom house. Yes, it is, but I think it's really cute. I really like how it turned out. So the feel that I was going for when I started this cottage was, I actually created a sim, which I haven't done before. I started with creating a sim, and then I built her a house. So she's not a sim I'm necessarily going to play with. I just was trying something different, creating a backstory for the house that I was building. So for this particular house, this sim, she is a working, career-minded sim in the business track. And so she likes more modern furnishings, more modern feels. So that was what I went for on the inside of this cottage. But for her relaxation, she really enjoys outdoors. She loves gardening. She's really into creating her own flower arrangements, and she has a side business where she sells those flower arrangements for special events and occasions. So she's kind of a mix of a modern working girl / country, outdoor, woodsy, nature kind of girl. So figure that one out, huh? But that was the sim that I created. So this is the house that I came up with for her. I think it's adorable. It's a different style than I normally build. I don't normally use the stone floors or the bright colored sofas and the more modern furnishings. It's not something that I normally work with, but I love how this turned out. I really like the mix of the outdoorsy, nature, woodsy feel mixed in with the modern interior on the inside. So when you see it on the outside, you may not expect the inside of the cottage to look as modern as it does, but I think it turned out cute. I was trying to put some of those, I'm not sure what they call those. I think it came with City Living. They're like those large dividers. I was trying to put those in the living room between the dining area and the living space, but it just really wasn't working out. It felt like it was way too much and maybe a bit too modern for this small space, so I removed it. But I think the flow works out pretty nice. I wanted this to be a cozy, I say cozy a lot, don't I? But I wanted it to be a smaller build, but I didn't want it to be cramped. So it's definitely plenty of space for one sim or a couple, but the lot is large enough to expand if you needed to, if your sims were having a family. But I didn't imagine that this sim was very family oriented at all. She's very career driven. She's unflirty, so she's not really interested in romances or having a family. She's definitely all about making that money and her gardening. That's her way that she decompresses and relaxes from the stresses of being so focused on her career. So in the bedroom of this house, I actually used carpet, and I think this is probably the first time that I've ever used a carpet swatch from The Sims 4. I don't feel like the carpet options that we have are all that great, and I struggle with trying to work them into a build, but I think the swatch that I picked for this house works out really well. I love how it turned out. I was kind of concerned about using so many dark colors because I didn't want this house to feel drab or very dark and dank, but I think it worked out pretty good with the mix of the white and the black and the grays and then the pops of red and the greens just mesh well, pretty nicely in this house. So I was pretty happy with how that turned out. But I definitely, my most favorite part of this house is the greenhouse that I ended up building. It's so super cute. The first version that I built before I got seasons, it was cute. It was on the smaller side, and I was trying to figure out, I wanted it to have the glass roof on top, and I wasn't wanting to have full walls, so I built half walls and put a glass fence around it, and it looked cute, but there was something missing from it. There was something that was kind of off about it. So after seasons came out, I hadn't finished the build. I'm always building late at night. I work full-time during the days for 9 hours, and by the time I get home and get settled and everything, it's always pretty late when I start doing my builds. But I'm a night owl anyway. I'm definitely a night person. I'm more creative at night than I am during the day. Mornings, I am not a morning person at all. My whole personality changes from there's a point of time during the day around 11 or 12 o'clock where I feel like I finally wake up. I mean, I've been awake, but it's not until that part of the day where I'm finally feeling like I'm actually myself. My family used to make fun of me all the time. So nighttime is definitely my time to shine when it comes to building and those types of things, but then it often gets pretty late and I have to get up pretty early in the morning for work anyway. I don't know how I'm rambling. But so I think the point was I wasn't able to finish this build in one evening. So when I came back to it the next day, I believe that was the day that Seasons released, and oh my god, I was kicking myself for not taking that day off from work. Oh my god. And it's funny because I thought to myself, you should probably take that day off, so because you're gonna want to play Seasons. You already know you're gonna want to play, you're gonna want to build, so maybe take the day off. It's just one day, have a 3-day weekend, why not? And then I completely forgot. And then the day came and I was like, no, I don't want to go to work. All I want to do is play with Seasons. So it worked out okay. I only had to work a half day anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But once the Seasons came out, then I, immediately, I kind of debated, should I continue with my plans for this build or should I kind of incorporate seasons into it and make some changes. And once I downloaded the game and started looking at the items that were in it, I was like, oh, absolutely. How could I even consider not incorporating? So I didn't really add anything to the house from the pack. I think the only thing that I added was the thermostat to the house, because when I play tested this house, I chose fall for my starting season, and as I was play testing, it started to snow. Oh my god, it was so pretty. They look like little pieces of white fluffy popcorn falling from the sky. But it got pretty cold, and she's inside. My son was inside the house and she was having her dinner, and it started to snow outside and she got really cold, and I was like, oh, I need to put the thermostat in. So I added that to the game. So if you have seasons, you can adjust the heat within your house. So if you do not have the seasons pack yet, this house will still most likely work for you. I did use quite a few packs, but if seasons is the only one that you don't have, there's not a lot of content from the seasons pack in this house. The roofing system was part of the free update that we got, so you're okay there if your game is current and up to date. So yeah, this house should work just fine for you if you'd like to download it. I will include the download link below in the description. That link is always there if you guys want to snag it for your game. Just check down below. It's there waiting for you. So for the greenhouse, I knocked down the original structure and then I rebuilt this greenhouse with some rich, warm browns and the colors of the plants, the green. Oh my goodness. I just really love how it turned out. And I used the flooring from Jungle Adventures, and that's like one of my favorite wood flooring is that Jungle Adventures flooring. It's so pretty. So I used that, and then I put some darker woods on the inside walls, and then just the floor to ceiling windows and the glass roof to let all that glorious light in. And then I added the flower arranging station as well. So that is definitely something that your Sims can do to help make money, maybe to pay the bills for this house, because it is a little on the pricey side for a single. But I did start a garden already in the greenhouse, so you can have some income ready to go on its way in. I love how this greenhouse turned out. So I didn't do a ton in the backyard because I didn't want this house to be ridiculously overpriced. It is quite expensive, but I did include Patchy in the backyard, and I don't know if you guys have done any digging around about Patchy and the things that he can do, but he's kind of an interesting addition to the game. I mean, it kind of freaks me out a little bit that he comes to life on his own certain times of day. Sounds kind of creepy. I've seen some gameplay where he just like bursts into life out of nowhere, and it could be a little jarring if you're not ready for it. But I guess you can also have romantic relationships with Patchy, which is quite interesting. I read somewhere that you can actually marry Patchy and have babies with Patchy. So single your sim does not have to be. This house comes complete with a possible suitor. So it's something that you could definitely investigate if you download this house into your game, or if you just have seasons and you're interested in checking out Patchy. Let me know down below in the comments down below if you are freaked out by Patchy or if you think he's an awesome addition to the game. For me, it's kind of both. Like, I'm a little bit freaked out, but I think it's really awesome too. So you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts about this brand new expansion that we have been eagerly awaiting for. with the seasons. I'll be honest, I haven't done a whole lot of gameplay because I cannot rip myself away from building. But I need to, because I want to experience all of the wonderful weather that we now have in this game. I can't wait for snowstorms and blizzards and thunderstorms and wind and umbrellas and all of that exciting stuff. I know I'm super excited. Seasons is my thing. I love it. Fall is my absolute favorite season. So I hope you guys are also enjoying this pack if you have it, and I hope you enjoyed this build. Comment down below, let me know how I did. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I hope you stick around. Click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I release new content. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed and are having a great day or evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!
I recall the past again tonight. It's in the front of my mind. As I fall apart, you begin to cry. The tears are making you blind. The future's far away, but I'll stay, I'll stay. Just take a leap of faith. We'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again. Oh, now I feel again.